Tonya, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So you are the founder of Hairston's Naturals.
Yes.
And I saw on your website, I was doing a little digging, that you identify as an herbalist.
Yes.
And as a holistic health practitioner. So tell me what that means and how you found yourself there.
Well, I have a background in dermatology. So first, I started off as a dermatology nurse. And while working in dermatology, I noticed that there was a need for more natural products for conditions such as eczema, psoriasis, and alopecia. So while working in dermatology, I noticed that there was a need. So I took it upon myself to study up on herbs. I actually went to school for herbalism, and I studied up on herbs and also holistic health practitioner. And that's really how Hairston's Naturals got started.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So from the doctor's office into your own business. But you've carried the same skills and knowledge about herbs.
Absolutely. And also in dermatology, I noticed specifically for melanated skin that a lot of the products had chemicals in them that were too harsh for darker skin. So that was really my focus. And my products, they work for all skin types, but my focus was melanated skin.
Particularly, yes. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. I've gotten to try your oatmeal face mask, and it is divine. So I can put in a word for that. But tell me about I'm curious about your creative process and how you've gone about coming up with recipes and I'm imagining you just experimenting in your kitchen. Tell me what it looks like to make these things.
It started in my kitchen.
Okay.
And the process, what I would do is I would make products for family and friends, and I would give them a product. And I wanted a different skin types, different hair types, and I wanted different people to try my products.
Right.
So I would give out samples to family and friends, and I would want their honest feedback. So I was, getting positive feedback, or they'll tell me, you need to tweak this or that or whatever. So it was a 8-year process before I actually came out with my first product.
Okay, wow. And now where do you make your things?
I still make it.
In the kitchen. Okay, I was like, where are we still in the kitchen?
I do have a storefront now.
Yes, okay, tell me all about that. I'm super excited about what you're doing. So
yes, I do have a storefront. It is 3907 Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. It's in the Burlington area.
Yeah.
And also with the storefront, I also am the property manager there. So there's 10 businesses in the building, and I get to manage that property. But it all got started. We had our grand opening in April.
Okay.
So it's fairly new, and I'm super excited about it.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. And that's such a valuable thing to offer to the community, just to provide a space where people can offer their services. So
absolutely.
I really love that. What kind of a community have you been able to build just amongst maybe the clients that you have in that building, and also with customers and people that are buying your things?
The one good thing about the Burlington Business Suites, all of our customers are exposed to the other businesses in the building. So a customer may come to see, one particular person, then they're like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, you offer this and you offer that. So it's like we share customers, and we also promote each other in the building.
Yeah.
So we're like a family.
That's beautiful. Like a little one-stop shop almost for maybe one part of life. You get to shop around. That's beautiful. Tell me about your studies in herbalism and kind of getting into the different properties and ingredients and what they do for your skin. I imagine that it's a very ancestral practice.
Yes.
Studying medicinal herbs. Yes. Do you have certain influences or people that you look to that really informed your studies as you were learning?
Well, when it comes to hair, I actually grew up in a salon. My grandmother owned a beauty salon. Okay. So I knew the struggles that women go through when it comes to their hair and alopecia. And when it came to the herbs, I know that everything we need comes from the earth.
Yeah.
So I just started studying up on herbs, trial and error. I try this herb, if this one worked better than the next. And really that's how I got started.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Tell me more about your family and just the support that they've provided to you. I mean, because you had entrepreneurship in your family with your grandma.
Yes, my family, they would say that I call them my guinea pigs because they have been with me through the whole process. Yeah. I remember the first, product I made, and my husband, he would say, "Oh, you're in the kitchen, playing with that coconut oil again." And my family have been through me from day one, and they've used all of my products. Before I even put a product out, I tried on everyone in my family first.
Yeah. So the guinea pigs, I really love that. Yes. They've been helping you the whole time.
And they really give me their honest review.
I'm sure they do. Okay, maybe a little bit more of this.
Right.
So you went through the 100 Knoxville program. Also, tell me just the value that has brought to your business, and maybe how it's changed your view of.
I learned a lot. In the 100 Knoxville program. I had the best mentors ever. Mm-hmm. In the program, they helped me to realize my value in my business. Yeah. And I was really short selling myself. And they kind of encouraged me and let me know, hey, you're providing, an excellent product. You have excellent customer service. You have so many reviews, positive reviews. You need to stop short selling yourself and actually look at the value in what you're doing.
Yeah. So like handcrafted recipes.
Yes, so I had to change my mindset. And I was like, you know what? What I'm doing is really making an impact on people. So I had to stop short selling myself.
Right. That's huge. That is huge.
Yes.
Not only for your business, but also just as you view your own value and what you bring to the community. Like that can be really life-changing. So I love that. Obviously, like, we're learning lessons every day. So I'm like, are you taking some of the lessons learned from 100 Knoxville, maybe something that you've implemented from the class?
Yes.
Tell us.
As far as your time. Organize your time, different business strategies. When you start a project, how am I going to start this project and see it through? Yeah. Actually, excellent teacher, Miss Candace.
Miss Candace, we know her and love her.
So we went through a lot of strategies.
Yes.
So I implement that in my business today.
And how do you, I don't know if it feels like a balance to not only be crafting and creating these recipes and wonderful products, but then also having to figure out, the business side of it. Are you delegating? Are you learning those things, becoming
and I've also
Jill of all trades?
I've also learned to ask for help. That was one of my problems. That was a huge deal for me. And in the program, I learned about outsourcing and, take some of the pressure off of you, use different apps or things to help you kind of organize your day. So I've learned how to kind of let go a little bit because, it's my baby. My business is my baby. So I kind of learned how to let go a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard though.
It's hard to let
step
go
by step, little by little.
But you have to grow.
Yep. Yeah. Speaking of growth, I was going to ask, what are your visions and future dreams for Hairston's Naturals? Where do you see yourself?
I see myself actually owning a full-out spa. Yeah. That is the goal. To have a spa where you come in, get facials, manicures, pedicures, hair. I see a full spa.
Yeah.
Yes.
The whole works.
Of course, with my products.
Obviously.
Yes.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. Tell me more about just the journey to get to entrepreneurship itself, because you shifted from being in an office space and being someone's employee and then having to handle all of the inner workings of running a business and creating your product. So what was kind of the motivation to take that leap and make that shift?
It was definitely a journey. I put my all into, being a nurse and being in the medical field. So when I decided to, go and venture on my own, I basically said, you know what? As much energy that I'm putting in someone else's business, I can take maybe an hour or two a day and put it into, creating my own business and doing something for myself. So I did that. I say for a couple of years, I, worked on my business behind the scenes, also working in the doctor's office. Yeah. I remember going on my lunch break to the post office, dropping off, orders on my lunch break. So It was a process.
Yeah.
But I was eventually able to walk away from my job and do my business full time.
Yeah, and look at you flourishing now and creating more opportunities for other business owners.
It's a blessing.
So much. Tell me how Knoxville can support you right now. What's something that you
Knoxville
need?
can support me actually by visiting, of course, my location at Burlington Business Suites, 3907 Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. Also, you can support me by going to my Facebook page, Hairston's Naturals, LLC. I do have a website, hairstonsnaturals.com. And you can also find Hairston's Naturals on Walmart.com, Etsy.com, and Amazon.
Okay. I did not know that.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. Well, you heard it here. Go and buy it up. Thank you so much for being here with me, telling me your story.
And thank you for having me.